to my Spiritual Awakening channel. My name is Gabby, the Divine Pioneer. Today I would like to do an energy update, and the way I do my energy updates is through astrological transits. So, obviously we're in Leo season, okay? Leo's definitely representing right now, making power moves. But I wanted to highlight a few things that are going on in the cosmos, as above, so below, that are affecting us. Now, Saturn, okay, is the planet of responsibility, of hard lessons that need to be learned, discipline, and Saturn is transiting in Capricorn. Capricorn's natural placement is in Saturn. That is Capricorn's planet. So when a planet is transiting in its own sign, or vice versa, when the sign is transiting in its own planet, you feel the effects of that very strongly, okay? Now, on a large scale, and I wrote my notes down, I'm noticing things are being torn down, okay? Torn down. We're rebuilding. There's a lot of things happening in the economy, you know, with the stock market going down, with politics with Donald Trump, all of these different government issues, and all of these hard lessons that we are learning as a country, for example, it's due in part to Saturn being in its natural placement with Capricorn. Hard lessons, okay? Economic dysfunction. It's a lot of different things going on politically that's being torn down so that later it can be rebuilt, because it's going to learn lessons, okay? The whole dynamic. A lot of politicians who were once now all about, you know, Trump and being a Republican, now, you know, Trump has really shown people that he just truly doesn't get it. And now people are like, damn, I thought this was a smart decision, voting for this guy, but now it's really not. This guy really doesn't know what he's doing to our country, you know? So things like this happen when Saturn is transiting, especially even more powerfully in its own sign, which is Capricorn. Another thing I noticed, Jupiter, okay, is in Sagittarius, which is another natural placement. So this energy that you're gonna feel like you can accomplish your goals. You're gonna have the action that's necessary. You're gonna have the drive that's necessary to start accomplishing some of the things that you had set out to do. Prior, you know, you may not have took a flight. You know, you probably didn't have the time or the energy or the money. Now these things are starting to get in alignment for you to make those moves and manifest it into reality. Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion anyway, so why not utilize this Jupiter transit, this energy right now, to start to really put your plans in motion and start to attack them, okay? Also, the moon, all right? I like to pay attention to when the moon's transiting and what sign it's in. The moon is currently in Scorpio. It's been in Scorpio since August the 6th. And usually the moon transits for like 2 days. So from August 6th to August 8th, it's in Scorpio. And then from August 8th, at a certain time in the day, it will transfer over to Sagittarius. So right now, people who have a lot of heavy Scorpio influence in their chart, whether it's your Scorpio sun sign, Scorpio moon sign, maybe you have Scorpio and Saturn like I do, you definitely want to take time to manage your emotions and just check yourself, because you might be extra moody, you might be irritated quickly, emotional, irrational, overly, like overdoing shit, just calm down and look at where the moon is when you get super emotional. See what's happening with the moon, because as above, so below. So the moon is in Scorpio. Scorpios are going to feel it the heaviest, and people who have more Scorpio influences in your chart. So they're going to feel it. Scorpio is already a highly passionate water sign as it is. An emotional, intuitive water sign. So imagine, moon, right? The moon is natural placement is in Cancer, which is also a water sign. So pretty much all the water signs are going to really be feeling it the most. And if you have a lot of water in your chart. So the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay? So these three signs are going to be affected when the moon is transiting in another water sign. So Scorpio. Scorpio will feel it the heaviest, and then Pisces and Cancer. Okay? So start paying attention. Like if you feel over the top and you're like, dang, like why I'm so emotional right now? Or why am I so irritated? Why do I just want to smack the shit out of people? Like literally start paying attention to that. Okay? The energy right now is tense. Okay? Especially for my water signs. Now, another placement that I wanted to highlight before I end the video is always look at where Mercury is, right? Everybody's always worrying about when Mercury's going in retrograde. That's important. But don't forget to see what sign Mercury is transiting through. So as of right now, Mercury is in Cancer, another water sign. Okay? So not only, the moon in Scorpio, but Mercury in Cancer. So it's going to be a lot of emotional things coming up to the surface to be analyzed. Things that you probably was quiet about. You was like, you know what, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to be quiet and hold my peace. Now is the time that you're going to allow yourself to let loose. And you might end up kicking yourself in the ass right now. I would personally recommend wait until this energy passes. Wait until a couple of days. Until, some of this water is out of our transit. And then address people. I wouldn't, right now, spill everything right now. Because when you're emotional, you say things that you really don't truly mean. Or you say things that you really mean, but in a fucked up way. Excuse my French. But I'm just saying. Okay? So just make sure that if you're having all these, all of this ebb and flow of emotion and you don't know where it's coming from, just know that what's happening in the planets are definitely affecting you. It's affecting the way you communicate. Mercury is the planet of communication. So if it's in Cancer, know that your mood swings is going to be on high level. You are going to be crying out of nowhere. Sensitivity is going to be like people have to walk on eggshells around you. So just know, like if you're a Cancer already, any water sign, you're going to feel it. Okay? If Mercury is your planet, okay, know that you're going to feel it too. So just pay attention to these different aspects when the planets are transiting in certain houses and certain positions. These astrological profiles are important for us to have. Everyone should get one, all right? Because now you can start to monitor yourself and pay attention to, why one minute you feel up, the next minute you feel down. It's a reason for everything. The collective consciousness is experiencing all these different energy shifts as a whole, and then individually it's playing out differently in everybody's life, depending on who is surrounded by you, what their charts have in it, depending on what's in your specific chart and the placement. So we're going to feel things collectively, but then we're also going to feel them individually in a completely different way, in a unique way, okay? So I just wanted to come on and give you guys this energy update. I appreciate you all. Please like, share, subscribe. More videos will be coming. I hope everyone enjoys their day. It's hump day. You know, we almost to the weekend. And on that note, in love and light.